Good afternoon, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of October 2021, and it is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the situation is still the same, and it's actually, as I said many times before, getting worse and worse and worse every single day, and I am still, as I am, helpless under the authorities and my abuser's thumb. Uh, I cannot do anything whatsoever apart from protesting and trying to get my message across to people who can help. Uh, Apart from today, I don't know if you can hear from the window the sound of the rain and the wind. It's windy. It's not that like very windy, but it's windy and it's rainy. And of course, for me and the board I am holding, I mean the sign for protesting, it wouldn't be, a good experience. And many times before, the string that I have around the board, that I hold it around me to hold the board, uh, was cut many times because of sudden wind currents when I'm standing. So, in other words, today is another day wasted of my life. I am a bit calmer today in terms of the upset and the frustration and so on, simply because I am trying my best to focus on the right things to do in terms of exposing my abusers, getting them to prison in turn of what they did to me, and get my compensations and money as soon as possible. So trying to stay focused on my goals rather than let the anger and the upset and frustration, take over and distract me from what I'm focusing on. My goals are still the same, to get my compensations and every penny the authorities or anyone from my abusers, whether from authorities, non government organizations, or in general anyone who participated in everything that was done to me, they must go to prison and they must pay me my money. And just to make it clear, because psychologically I am being bullied every single day, but yesterday, because I said when I was protesting many yesterday, and I stressed on it, that everyone participated in what was done to me must be punished and must go to prison, and I must get my compensations as soon as possible. And when I say so, I don't mean people who were used unwillingly. So anyone who was used unwillingly and fell a victim to the authorities' psychological, work or hypnotism, or this and that, or if they fell in this category and they did not participate willingly in what was done to me, then there is nothing to be said about this. I mean, if someone uses you and you don't know, and something happens, uh, you're not to be blamed. The ones to be blamed, the ones that have the expertise, psychological expertise, that can hypnotize people, that can, work and mess with people's psychology and make them, act in a certain way that they can use in the end to do other stuff and harm people. So, in other words, guys, I am making it clear that anyone who was used unwillingly and without knowing, because it makes a big difference if you don't know and you were used unwillingly. But if you knew about it, even if you were reluctant to do it, but in the end did it, you're still liable for the punishment and to pay compensations. And I'm so talking about anyone, whether it is authorities, non-government organizations, or normal individuals who happen to take a place or take a part in what was done to me. The other thing that I would like to make it clear, that my goal is to leave the United Kingdom as soon as possible, and this is not negotiable, and this is my goal, and this is what I'm going to do. I will never ever willingly live in the United Kingdom. I know that the authorities and my abusers from authorities and non-government organizations, they have immense power and they have the means to force me to keep me here in the UK as for now, as of now, I am here in the UK at the present time against my will, and I am trying to go back home, Castellon de la Plana, to restart my life and start my business, Air and Sea Adventures, which is my business and my future to the end. And anyone who didn't watch my videos before, what is Air and Sea Adventures? I have great passion towards water, sea, and the air in terms of flying and so on. And Air and Sea Adventures is all focused around sea activities or water activities in the sea and air activities in terms of flying and so on. And to make it even clearer in terms what activities I will be doing as Air and Sea Adventures business and owner, the Sea Adventures part of it, which is going to be the first part that will start straight away, is doing overnights, over days, and charters around the Balearic Sea, around Balearic Islands, Ibiza, Mallorca, Menorca, and so on. And when I say overnights and charters, I mean like over days, just go fishing during the day and come back, or overnight staying 1 or 2 nights in the sea and so on, or going for up to 14 nights around the Balearic Islands, so visiting Ibiza and then off to Mallorca and then off to Menorca and then back again to finish the circle around, Menorca and back to Mallorca, finish the circle and then back to Ibiza, finish the circle, and from the point we're into we go back to Columbrates Island, which is the volcanic formation, and then back to Castellon, where I will keep my boats in Castellon, the Puerto de Castellon. So this is the Sea Adventures of it, and I will be starting with a couple of motor cruisers. One of them will be 50 plus foot, like 3 cabins plus. The other one will be a little bit bigger, like 66, 68, or even up to 70 foot, and again will be like 3, 4, 5 cabins and so on, and convertible saloon or whatever, and making it, good for the business in terms of taking up to 20 people or 20 passengers or 20 customers in our trips to be comfortably accommodated in on the boats, beside the charters that I will start eventually in terms of taking customers from the port of Castellon all the way to the 3 islands and back, and it will be charters with time in terms of departure to the islands and from the islands back to Castellon, because when I took a look on the map of charters and ships and boats that take customers and passengers from the east coast of Spain to the Balearic Islands, I found that it's not that much, and it's more of big ships or big yachts that is just for the day and lots of people and so on. So I will be trying to start charters on the a bit smaller scale in terms of taking up to, I don't know, 40, 50 people in one go as a charter to take them to the islands, and there will be another time, specific time for departure from the islands back to Castellon and so on. So that is the Sea Adventures, and of course it includes every kind of activities in the sea in terms of what activities we can do on the boat or in the water itself, in terms of toys to be used by the customers or my customers who will go specifically on the tours around the islands and so on. And also there will be like spear fishing, free diving, snorkeling, and so on, apart from scuba diving that will not be included for many reasons. And basically that is the Sea Adventures. The Air Adventures part of it which will start hopefully shortly after buying the boat. So I don't know, like a couple of weeks or 1 week or something from buying the boat. And the Air Adventures will be based on every activities in the air that will be in focused on specific activities basically, as I said, yes, all activities in the air, but specific in terms of the aircraft designs or kinds and so on. So, for example, the simplest air adventures that will be there for air and sea adventures will be the hang gliders motorized with mosquito engines, and it's gonna be tandem gliders. So there will be towing as well. So with the engine, just to get the glider up in the sky with the customer easily, and basically carry on the tour with the mosquito engine and so on, because most tandems are either by tow by aircraft to go to a certain altitude and then descending, or from a high point like mountains and so on, which take a very 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 short period of time for passengers or tandem or students to land and so on, so they don't have much time. But with air and sea adventures, with the towing but not with aircraft, with winch and so on, and because there will be a mosquito engine, and just once we are in the air, it would be easy to propel the glider. I know it will be a little bit slower in terms of gaining altitude, because the mosquito engine with one passenger or what with one pilot, it's like 600 feet or whatever per minute. But two, it would be like 300 feet or whatever, or maybe we can put a bit stronger engine rather than the 125 cc, so we can put 150 or something, whatever is available, maybe stronger, and basically that will make it possible to take a customer in a mosquito powered glider, hang glider, and basically stay in the air for as long as we want. I say as long as we want because, one, the mosquito engine has what they call it, the bladder, or the tank, the fuel tank, up to 11 or 12 liters of fuel. And with the tandem, I would say it burns 3 liters, or up maybe maximum, when we say, worst case scenario, which is not but just, taken in consideration. Let's say it burns like 3.5 liters of fuel, of petrol per hour. That means almost 4 hours in the air constantly when the engine running. And who would go in a tandem, for 4 hours, or so on? And not only this, also there are thermals that can help to turn off the engine and carry on soaring, and then so anyway, this is the first step, or the smallest one of the air adventures, which is the hang gliders, the mosquito powered hang gliders. And I will be purchasing two of those, two complete kit with different harnesses for my customers. The other thing that will be purchased at the same time as well to launch with the business. So all what I'm saying about what will be there, this is what I'm going to literally purchase first to do all of this. Uh, Two motor powered trikes for an instructor and a pilot. So something like Revo or whatever that can take two people and so on. So an instructor and a pilot. So two of those, two of trikes, gliders, that will hang gliders as well, because it's weight fit shifting, will be starting. So hang gliding is the best option in terms of the feeling of flying like a bird and soaring and staying in the air for a long time at a slower speed, for people who want to actually watch and gaze in terms of terrain and landmarks and enjoy it and even take photos and so on. As for the trikes, it's a little bit faster, gaining more altitude and so on, and for customers to enjoy maybe flying it at higher speed and maneuvering and so on. Also, I will be purchasing about a couple of motorized normal gliders, like the ones like the Solar Duo or whatever, for two people, so they can actually rent it or fly with an instructor and so on. I will be purchasing a 4-seater and a 2-seater and a 6-seater, and these will be for the training and so on, for customers to either rent or train. And there will be a 9 8-seater plus, and that will be the aircraft I will be using for traveling in Europe with my customers, hopping from a country to another in a itinerary up to 2 weeks and so on across Europe, or to the Tenerife and so on. And there will be one for the skydiving, and that will be either a Cessna Caravan or something similar with the capacity of the same Cessna Caravan, like Beach 99, which can take up to 15, 16 persons, and it has twin engines and so on. But Cessna Caravan is the main and so on. That is the Air and Sea Adventures business I am going to start. So I will also be purchasing properties where I'm going to let for to support the business, and also better than keeping money in the bank, and to get revenue in terms of letting and so on. So basically, that is briefly my Air and Sea Adventures business. This is my future. This is my dream. This is what I want to do in life. And Castellon de la Plana is home sweet home, which I am waiting impatiently to be there to start my life and start my business. Have I said that? My abusers from the authorities here in the UK and the country where I was born are still trying to keep me in the UK against my will, wasting more of my days and times and wasting my life and so on. And I need your help to set myself free from these bastards and these cunts who do not take a notice of what I'm saying and do not care about what I want after all what they did to me and after all the damage they caused me in my life. And if anyone out there thinking or asking, you're talking about your business and your future and so on, and people who abused you and so on. Again, if anyone wants to know the truth from A to Z, from the beginning till the end, why don't you contact me in person and come and meet me so I can tell you everything in details, rather than just jumping to conclusion and so on. And I promise you, I am determined to expose these cunts everywhere, specifically from the country where I was born and here in the UK. Any other cunts and bastards from other countries or anywhere in the world that got involved in what was done to me, they are still going to be exposed, they are still going to pay the price. Have I said that? Again, I will not say that they are 100% the main, reason, or my main abusers, because they got involved because of deception and manipulation from the country where I was born and the UK. And I mean for this as well, and to make it very clear, Spain, where I'm going to be living in Castellon de la Plana. I visited Spain 3 times, and I know for sure that the cunts from the country where I was born and here in the UK 100% communicated with the Spanish government and made it look like that I was dangerous or up to something no good or whatever, and got the Spanish government involved in whatever. Have I said that? Do I know exactly what they did? No. Do I know exactly what the Spanish government, took a place of in terms of what was done to me? No. But all I know for sure that if they got involved in any way, form, or shape, it was indirectly a manipulation from the country where I was born and here in the UK. So going to Castellon de la Plana, I'm not going to live in the enemy territory or a country, because Castellon de la Plana is going to be my home and Spain is going to be my home country. Okay? And anyone there who's done anything or got participated in anything against me based on these manipulations, I wouldn't take them as enemies. I would take that they did this to me, they will pay the price as the rest, and so on, and life gets on. But of course, the country where I was born and the UK, they are my enemies, and I mean it. And everyone else or anyone got manipulated willingly, because I say there are certain nationalities and religion that I don't want to get involved, and still is going to be the same until the last second of my life because of what was done to me. So guys, in other words, I am suffering still here in the UK. I am still trying to get my money, my compensations, and every penny they owe me, so I can leave the country and go and live in Castellon de la Plana, my home, where I feel and think and 100% convinced is my hometown, where I'm going to live all my life and enjoy it, doing air and sea adventures, be happy and make lots of people around me happy and enjoy doing what I want to do. Staying in the UK is a torture every single day. This is not home, will never be home since May. That's changed completely, Because since May, I was 100% sure that's it. These cunts and these bastards will never change. Specifically, that they are still, despite the fact that I will show you, I have a British passport since 2009, and still being a British citizen, specifically after withdrawing the nationality of the country where I was born in 2017, still that did not protect me from the country where I was born and their fucking cunts, politicians, and the United Kingdom authorities and politicians and system and regime. Still, till the moment I am videoing this, still helping and aiding and supporting the North African Arab Muslim regime that did this to me. And not only this, their politicians who gained a worldwide authority. They know this here in the UK, and they are still supporting them and helping them in what is going on in my life. Rather than admitting what was done, apologizing, taking responsibility and liability, give me my compensations, no questions asked, as soon as possible, so I can leave the United Kingdom and restart my life. And that's why over and over and over again, every single day passes, my desire and my passion and my will and my determination to leave the United Kingdom is growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's not gonna stop until I leave the United Kingdom completely and permanently and start my life in Castellon de la Plana. Well, anyway, guys, I need your help. I need to be starting my life as soon as possible after all the decades of my life being wasted because of these cunts and their false accusations and their cunningness and so on. And I need your help and support so I can get every penny of my money and leave the United Kingdom as soon as possible. And when I say as soon as possible, I was supposed to leave the UK in May 2021, and now we are in October 2021, and I'm still here in this fucking shithole country. And when I say fucking shithole country, please do not get offended. If you have got nothing to do with what was done to me, you shouldn't. And if you feel offended because this is your country and so on, you should work hard then to make sure that the right people are in the authorities, not people who allow and participate in use, abuse, and torture of people and violating human rights. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for your time, and I hope things will change as soon as today, and I will be in Castellon de la Plana as soon as, I don't know, I wish I can close my eyes, open them again, and I am in Castellon de la Plana with my new life, freedom, my compensations, everything to start a new life and to start the business I want and be happy and enjoy what is left of my life that they wasted over 2 decades of. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope I will be contacted by you soon and hear from you soon. Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you.